Hey everybody, it's Sapphire Dicson, and welcome to a new video. I didn't record anything this weekend, slash I wasn't feeling all that great this weekend, so, um, I'm making a video so that way it can get published and, actually give you guys some content before this weekend, because, I'm gonna be gone this weekend. Oh no. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about how I do ref sheets. Starting off, I have here this is um it's the Krita file that I have my Abzu stuff, the turning Abzu areas into outfits slash cosplay. And this is like my kind of mannequin sheet. And what I mean by mannequin sheet is it is basically just there so I can throw clothes on it. Uh, but it's a good way for me to display how I start with ref sheets. Now, I've never done a ref sheet at this point with a 3/4 view in it, but I have done one with a front and two side views, and I've also done one with a back. Now, you might notice that the back and the front have the same silhouette. That is intentional. Um, by having the front and the back with the same silhouette, it means that I can copy that silhouette over and make it so it's easier for me to draw things. It is a massive time saver and genuinely helps me. You can also do the same thing for the sides if you're doing two different sides. This would be considered most of an animation turnaround. I would still need two more 3/4 views to go from the side to the back on both of the sides. But I didn't feel like doing that with this, this mannequin sheet, and so it's staying as it is for now. Um, these lines, these lines are to make sure that um, my sketching and drawings stay on model, keep the same proportions and sizes for everything. When you get to certain points of a character, it gets really detailed. Like, for my character, Moofy, I had to draw. This is just the side example. I had to draw several lines to make sure that all her markings were accurate to the way they looked in the front and the back, and then draw them all on the side. It was annoying, to say the least. Um, I kind of hate that I did that to myself. But anyways, the other thing I want to show with Miffy real quick is I have extra little details here. Um, I have extra little details here that might not have been able to um, be seen from what I have on the ref sheet. This is just one panel of the ref sheet. There's like 5 others, I think. I don't know. Moofy was a very detailed ref sheet and took me a while to complete. I think I have most of the process up on YouTube somewhere. Um, anyways, future me will correct myself in the cards. But I have detailed the eyes, so those can get colored picked from, and people can kind of see like how the gradient works out. I have the mouth, so you can get the inner mouth color, the tongue color, and then you can also see like the shape of the teeth. And then the inner legs, because Moofy is so patterned and has so many markings, I felt it was important to show off the inner leg, like as if she were sticking her leggy out in front of her or behind her, whichever way. I don't know. I'm getting off track. But I felt it was important to show the inner leg. There are a couple reasons why you would go ahead and show more part, more views of one body part than another. And one of them is for markings. The other part is for like armor. If the armor is attached in a certain way, you might need to detail that out. So if someone else is looking at your ref sheet, they can see, they can like connect the dots the way you have in your mind. It's important to remember that not everyone connects dots in your mind the way that you do. There are those with aphantasia who literally cannot imagine who literally cannot picture things in their head the way that other people do. And then there are people like me who can flip around 3D models in their head like it's nothing because I'm weird. But yeah, so Mufi is extremely detailed because I was like, maybe I'll want to animate her or make a 3D model of her. If you're doing like animation or 3D models, then you will need to have a lot more detail than compared to if you were just doing it for drawing. For example, my pigeon ref sheet. This pigeon has not received a 3D model. I've been very tempted, I will admit. And, he's just a little dude. He doesn't have a whole lot of detail. He's one of my more simple characters. He's just a front and a side. And then there are his colors. He's just a little dude, pretty simple. I made this ref sheet for Art Fight 2023, and I think I have the process. I don't remember what processes I have up on my channel at the moment, because it's 1, late at night, and 2, the brain is not always good at remembering things. But anyways, so for just drawing things, having a front and a side is perfectly acceptable. Having a front and a back is also perfectly acceptable. I wouldn't do a back and a side because usually the front of the character is what people are going to be seeing the most of. But yeah, so, to reference back to what I was talking about earlier with the, taking the silhouette from the front and using it for the back, or taking the silhouette from the back and using it for the front, it allowed me to place the stringy things where they're supposed to go on Mitch's hips, and then also how to properly format the jacket and her shorts, and also place together how her horns go around each other, because it's complicated. I told myself I was going to design a simple TV head, and the too much gene crept in a little bit. It's not too much, but if it had its way with me, it certainly could have ended up that way. Now, a couple gripes I have with this ref sheet specifically stem from the side view of her head and the tail. I'll start with the head. The head is not technically on model. And I know you're thinking, like, what do you mean it's not on model? At a certain point, I was using lines to line everything up. But then I was just like, this just looks stupid. Here, I'll do it this way. And it still, in my opinion, it still ends up looking stupid. And when I went to go do the 3D model, nothing was lining up the way it properly should have. So I was very angry with myself for my art transgressions. Anyways, oh, it zoomed in. Hold on. Let me fit page. There we go. So yeah, that was a problem with the side head. It's remember to make things the way they need to be on all sides, and if it doesn't look good, maybe start with that side instead of starting with the front or the back. The tail. I didn't want to have to shove it on another sheet, so I just kind of took the silhouette of it and smacked it over here and completed it that way. And it doesn't give a good depth of like how long the tail is, because it's actually like curved a little bit. There's no depth, and you also can't get a good idea of like what the cross section of the tail looks like and how like the fat is dispersed on it, because let's face it, Mitch is chumby and she's beautiful that way. Yeah. One thing you might want to keep in mind is having at least one shaded reference, so that way someone else looking at your character can get a good idea of like the texture. I wouldn't make the whole ref sheet shaded because it's annoying. One, because it's annoying, and two, because that's a lot of time that you have to put into it. Now, for a good bad example, we have Sapphire Slime. I made this a while back. This was before I started learning how to use layer styles. So all these white lines around them are hand drawn, and you can certainly tell. But also, I messed up on the coloring. I had put the mirror tool here, and as a result, all the colors are mirrored the way they're not supposed to be. And I have my little slime blob animation. I won't pull it up now because I don't think I have it on this computer, but it's just Sapphy slime bouncing, bouncing, and as a result, it can be confusing to someone else looking in who doesn't have the image of my character in their head perfectly, where the colors are supposed to go, but they can certainly tell the shapes. Because I've got a 3/4, a side, a back, a front, and you don't have to do a top-down view, but it can be helpful for like simpler shaped characters to like give a good impression of how shapely they are. In this case, Slime Sapphy is just a circle. she is blob. Anyways, but yeah. I wanted to show off. So this is the Friloa base. I currently only have the front done up because I haven't worked on it in a while. And so what I'll do is one thing is like if you're making like a base ref sheet and you want to have multiple different things, being able to toggle the different body types is really useful, and it will greatly assist you. Draw all the bodies at once, draw all the different assets at once, so that way you're not hating yourself later on. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I hope you will consider giving me a like and a subscribe and a commenting of if this helped you or something you felt like I missed, because this is the third time I'm recording this and my brain is not always right on track with the rest of me. I don't know if I have ADHD, but there's a strong possibility. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Bye bye.